Hello, student. We meet again in meeting 7. 7. So, in this meeting, we're going to talk about negotiation in business meeting. How to negotiate. Gimana sih cara bernegosiasi? Apa aja sih tipe-tipe negosiasi itu? Ya, dia ada yang win-win solution, ada yang enggak. Apa aja sih yang enggak? Apakah menguntungkan atau tidak? That's what we are going to study in this meeting. Kamu harus siap-siap untuk menonton video penjelasan mengenai negotiation in business meeting dan beberapa contoh yang saya sertakan untuk itu juga di video setelah ini. So, enjoy the videos and give me questions if you don't understand, but I do believe you will not ask me questions again because you are confused. Mau tanya apa? Okay then. So, good luck and bye-bye.
All negotiations are similar in that they involve people taking initial positions, offering proposals, counter-proposals, and concessions until finally coming to an agreement. The two main ways of looking at negotiation are distributive, win-lose, and integrative, win-win. Distributive bargaining emphasizes individual gains. Resources are viewed as limited, and everyone wants to claim their share of the pie. Distributive bargainers tend to avoid sharing or misrepresent information and view other parties as the enemy to be defeated. Integrative bargaining emphasizes joint gains. By engaging in cooperative problem solving, the goal of integrative bargaining is to expand the pie so there's more for everyone. Integrative bargainers tend to share information openly and view other parties as a partner or teammate. In all integrative negotiations, it's important to keep in mind the following tips of principled negotiation. Separate the people from the problem. It is possible to be soft on the people, but still hard on the problem, even if you perceive the people as the reason for the problem. Focus on interests, not positions. Sometimes people take positions that don't reflect their real interests. Focus on the reasons why people want what they are asking for. Positions are changeable. Invent options for mutual gain. In any given scenario, there is more than one solution. Make sure you are brainstorming to think of every possible solution that could get you to a resolution. Use objective criteria. Rather than making negotiations a contest of will, concentrate on using a standard agreed-upon measure of success that everyone can work toward. When several people or organizations are involved in a negotiation, it becomes a complex interaction that requires serious consideration and a range of approaches recognizing this complexity, which is what this next section is all about: multi-stakeholder dialogue. Stakeholding is a process by which people or organizations are actively involved in the design, delivery, review, and improvement of products and services. Stakeholder dialogue involves all interest groups with a concern in a two-way communication process. It focuses on increasing understanding and relations among stakeholders, and it's generative. It discourages blaming for the past and focuses on creating a shared future. The following 4 factors affect the quality of a stakeholder dialogue. Commitment. Key people and resources must give top priority to the issue at the heart of the dialogue. Capacity. Physical, organizational, and human resources must be available to participate. Consensus. The goal must be a solution where everyone wins. Consciousness. Dialogue must be weaved into the system rather than something extraneous to the organization. Different stakeholders require different strategies to manage them. The supportive stakeholder. This is the ideal stakeholder who supports organizational goals and actions. Try to involve them to maximize their cooperative potential. The marginal stakeholder. Neither highly threatening nor cooperative, they're generally not concerned, though they may have certain hot-button issues. Monitor them and get them involved when issues relate to them. The non-supportive stakeholder. These people have a high threat potential and are low on cooperation. Defend against them by reducing their interest in the organization or issue. The mixed blessing stakeholder. They have potential to threaten or cooperate. Manage them with collaboration that seeks to maximize stakeholder cooperation. For effective multi-stakeholder involvement, engage frequently and systematically. Remember that communication must be two-way, and create channels for communicating with all stakeholders.
Right, let's get down to business, shall we? As you know, we are planning on opening around a dozen shops here on the East Coast, and we're talking with potential suppliers.
Well, we've been supplying you with dresses for your UK stores for quite a while now, so I'm sure we can come to an agreement. What sort of items will you be needing?
Accessories mostly, scarves and belts.
And what quantities did you have in mind?
Initially, we would need 500 of each. What's the best price you can offer us?
It would depend on the exact models, but as a ballpark figure, I'd say around $10 for the belts and $20 for the scarves.
That's a bit high for us. Could you offer a discount for a larger order?
I should think so. I'll check with my boss and get back to you.
Okay, perhaps we could look at delivery times and terms of payment. I think we've covered everything. How soon could you send us your proposal?
It shouldn't take long. I'll email it to you in a couple of days.
Perfect.
And if you're free tonight, I'd be delighted to show you some of the sights of New York.
That sounds like a great idea. Key phrases. Listen and repeat. Let's get down to business, shall we?
I'm sure we can come to an agreement. What sort of items will you be needing? What quantities did you have in mind?
What's the best price you can offer us? Could you offer a discount for a larger order?
I'll check with my boss and get back to you.
How soon could you send us your proposal? Role play. Now it's your turn to speak. You are a buyer for a company that sells computer equipment. You are negotiating with a supplier. Listen and use the written cues to give suitable answers. After a pause, you will hear a sample answer, which you will have time to repeat. But don't worry if your original answer was not exactly the same. Okay, let's begin.
What sort of items will you be needing?
I'll be needing flash drives and external hard drives.
Okay, and what quantities did you have in mind?
Let's say 1,000 of each.
Right, I'm sure we can do that.
What's the best price you can offer us?
$500 for the belts and $20 for the scarves. Okay, and what quantities did you have in mind?
Let's say 1,000 of each. Let's say 1,000 of each. Right, I'm sure we can do that. What's the best price you can offer us?
For that quantity, we could offer you a 10% discount.
Okay, how soon could you send us your proposal?
It shouldn't take long. I'll email it to you tomorrow.
Perfect.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn how to negotiate in English.
So Richard, I'd like to hear more about how you charge for your service.
Sure, Mr. Mark. We offer 1-year unlimited data storage for $2,000.
Can you clarify the data rate? Exactly how much storage can be used when you say it's unlimited?
We have a fair use policy of 10 terabytes.
Can you bring down the rates? We won't need that much storage anyway.
We have a 7 terabyte storage for 2 years at the same price. I'm sure this is the best package for you.
I don't know, Mark. Let me sleep on it. Mr. Smith, can you please give me your best offer?
Sure, Mr. Mark. I can give you 15 seconds of airtime for $2,500 if you sign a contract for 100 such ads.
But your price is too high. I'm getting a quote for $2,000 from a rival network.
There's a good reason. Their viewership is also 30% smaller than ours. It actually works out to be more expensive.
Well, I never negotiated the deal with them. Let's do this. Give me a rate of $2,000 and I'll sign the contract.
I don't think we can afford it.
Check it up with your boss, Mr. Mark. I'm sure he'll give you a go-ahead.
Mrs. Ivy, you know that I applied for a salary increase last month.
Yes, Richard. I forwarded your request to the Human Resources Manager.
I hope you will consider the matter. My last 2 annual performance reviews were good, but I haven't had a salary hike for 2 years.
I'm aware of that, Richard, but the salary issues are handled entirely by HR.
I have to admit, this is really disappointing.
Richard, the manager responded that it's not our policy to increase salary by 30%.
So, can I expect 25%?
I will talk to the manager again about it, Richard, but 10% is standard.
Thank you, Mrs. Ivy. I really want to keep working for the company, but I should be able to afford it.
Congratulations on winning the order. The deadline for delivery is 30 days from now.
30 days? Wow, that's cutting it rather thin. I asked for a 45-day period.
Come on, you know we can't afford waiting for 45 days for the material. 30 days is the industry standard.
You're right, Miss Ivy, but you've asked for a special design modification. That's going to take time. I don't want to disappoint you later.
How soon do you think you can deliver it?
Well, I like working with you, so I'm going to make an extra effort. Let's fix it at 36 days.
Okay, Mr. Smith, that sounds reasonable.
I'd like to hear more about how you charge for your service. Can you bring down the rates? Mr. Smith, can you please give me your best offer?
It actually works out to be more expensive. I don't think we can afford it.
I have to admit, this is really disappointing.
I will talk to the manager again about it, Richard, but 10% is standard.
That's cutting it rather thin. I don't want to disappoint you later.
That sounds reasonable.